Hi, this is Trepacer. Welcome to my Trepacer Saturday Horror Reviews, and I'm going to talk about Victor Frankenstein, which I saw yesterday. Um, I have the ticket stub here, but you probably can't see because of the stupid glare. But anyway, I saw it yesterday. I was looking forward to it. I saw the first trailer for this. Of course, it stars James McAvoy as Victor Frankenstein and Daniel Radcliffe as Igor, and it's basically told through his perspective, through Igor's perspective. The movie kind of begins with him, and he's a hunchback, and he's in a circus, and of course he's horribly mistreated in the circus. He's treated as a clown and as a joke, and they basically abuse him. And of course but he's also very intelligent. They even show you little scenes of him, studying, and he's fascinated by the human body and everything else. And they actually show, of course, there's one redeeming feature, one thing that he really only cares about in life. Is this beautiful acrobat named Lorelei. And okay, one night when Victor Frankenstein just happens to be visiting the circus, she has an accident, and basically Victor and him teamed up, and they basically save her. And of course, Victor comes to free Igor from this existence and to have him work with him. And basically, it's the story from them. It's the story is told basically from that point on. And basically, I saw the trailer for this and I wanted to see it because James McAvoy looked like he was having a great time in this as Victor Frankenstein. He's eccentric, he's mad, and he's crazy. And Igor is the more rational one. It's not, after Victor kind of fixes his condition, they start to experiment. And of course, Igor's reluctant at first to do this stuff. He's at the same time he's also trying to, renew his friendship with Lorelei and stuff. But Victor is all the way gone with his experiments and stuff, and he wants to go to the next level. He wants to create a man. And now this movie sort of reminds me of Van Helsing. And I have to say this, when Van Helsing came on, I thought it was going to be like an old-fashioned remake of the old Universal horror movies. But it wasn't that. It was more of an action-type comedy horror-type movie. And this movie, I think from the trailer at least, it seemed to try to be that. But they also kind of mix in, they don't really give you, I mean, I guess towards the end they do, but you really don't, I mean, what Victor's driving motivation is. There's only one real scene with that where you get that, what his driving motivation is. And like I said, the story is basically kind of told through Igor's perspective, and he's basically trying to rein his friend in. There's this Inspector Turpin, played by Andrew Scott, who's constantly basically on his back, trying to figure out what Frankenstein, has a suspicion that Frankenstein is stealing body parts and stuff, and of course he wants to investigate that and bring him to justice. And he has a sort of religious bent to him as well. He's kind of obsessed with bringing down Frankenstein. And this movie is okay, but it's not. I love classic horror, and this movie is not classic horror. I mean, I guess they try to do something new and different, and make it, I guess, more hip and modern, and make Frankenstein more, especially James McAvoy. You can tell he's having a great time with his part. He's over the top all the time, most of the time in this movie. But I think in a good way. I think Daniel Radcliffe's part is okay, and they kind of, they don't really tell. I mean, they just tell you. I mean, he of course at first he's grateful for Frankenstein, and for doing what to fix his condition and everything else, and then he, of course he thinks his friend is too far gone, and he tries to bring him back from the brink. But this movie overall is not as great as it could have been, I guess. I kind of wish they would commit all the way. If they're gonna have it be over the top, just go over the top all the way. But they don't. They kind of rein back towards the middle part of the movie and kind of rein it back, and then then it's a totally different movie. And the later part of the movie is totally different. And the creature itself is absolutely fantastic, but it's not in the movie nearly enough as you would like. And it's not really the creature's story, really. It's more Igor's story in a way, and it doesn't really wow me, I guess, is the way I want to say. And like I say, Lorelei, played by Jessica Brown Finley, her character is more of a, you don't really get any deep insight to her. I mean, you just know that she's the one that Igor loves, but you don't really get any deep insight to her. And Igor, told through his perspective. I would have loved it if the movie was just told strictly through Victor's perspective. If you'd have got more of his reason, I mean, they give you towards the latter part of the movie a little bit of his rationale for why he's so obsessed with it. They kind of give you that, but I think it's too late in the movie before they let you know. I think the movie would have been better if it would have been told strictly from Victor's perspective. I think that would have been better than trying to be told. Not that Daniel Radcliffe does a bad job. I think Daniel Radcliffe does a good job of what he's given, but I think his part is severely underwritten as well. I mean, you just understand that he's this freak and the circus freak that's had a bad life, and then he gets rescued by Victor, and then he's basically trying to stop Victor from going too far, and that's basically all you know about him. You don't really know what his hopes and dreams are. You don't know, and where he came from exactly. So I mean, maybe if they did deleted scenes or something, I don't know, and that you didn't see in this, I guess that's always possible. And I think the actor that plays Inspector Turpin, I think he's really a good actor. Andrew Scott, I think he's on the Sherlock Holmes, the BBC version. I think he's Moriarty. I think Andrew Scott. I think that's what his character is. But and I thought he was really good. But I think it's not told. It should have been told. The movie's called Victor Frankenstein. They should have been told strictly from his perspective. Even if they want to do this modern twist and stuff with the special effects, and the movie is great. It's beautiful looking, for a horror movie for what it's supposed to be. But it's just not. Doesn't grab you the way I guess it should have been. It tries to be more like Van Helsing, I guess, in a way, but it doesn't quite go all the way. But it's an okay watch, not the greatest, and I think this movie is going to bomb at the box office, unfortunately. And I kind of hate that because I love old horror, and I think this, and then Dracula Untold. Hopefully they continue to make horror movies, but again, this is like the umpteenth version of Frankenstein, and I don't know what's more you can do with it. So I don't know what's more what they're gonna do. So overall, I'm gonna have to give this movie the 6.8, and that's mostly because of Daniel Radcliffe and James McAvoy, who I think is absolutely fantastic. And also I have to give Andrew Scott credit as Inspector Turpin. I think he's really good in his role, but I think the movie's just not there as a Frankenstein movie. I mean, everybody knows the story, but it's not. It doesn't take you there to where you want it to be. I wanted to learn more about his motivation and stuff, but they don't really get into that towards the latter end of the movie. And I think it would have been a better served movie if it was told strictly from Frankenstein's perspective. It would have started off with him, and and from his early childhood on. I think that would have been a better movie. Just my perspective. I think it would have been a better movie. So I'm gonna give it a 6.8. You don't have to rush out and see this. You can wait till it comes on video or something and then watch it then. And it's a shame because, like I said, I love the old horror movies, and I would really wish they would continue to make more. But with these lackluster efforts, I don't think they may not. They may just say screw it and not make any more, which is a shame because I love old classic horror, especially Frankenstein, Frankenstein and Wolfman and Dracula. But it's unfortunate. Anyway, let me know what you think of Victor Frankenstein. What do you think? Feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Trepacer saying so long and take care.